Hello folks, Midwest F-150 here. A couple of days ago I live streamed and oil changed my brother's girlfriend's 2019 Honda Civic with a 1.5 turbocharged engine. A couple of intervals ago she accidentally ran the interval for about 15,000 miles. Since then we've been running the Valvoline Restore and Protect as a way to help clean up the engine from some of the damage that that long interval caused. So in this live stream we are emptying out the third round of Valvoline Restore and Protect. Later in this video, you'll see that we found a few issues. In addition, you'll see us pour some of the old oil into a receptacle, as well as cut open the oil filter to see what it looks like inside. Here we go. All right, we're using the golden ratchet that we got from Harbor Freight, 24 karat gold. The filter that we took out was a premium guard, and we're using a Parts Plus filter that I got off of Rock Auto. It's identical to the premium guard, and if you're new to the channel, I'm a huge fan of premium guard and micro guard select oil filters. So here I am pre-filling it with the Valvoline Restore and Protect, and then lubricating the gasket, of course. Okay, as I was removing the oil fill port cap, there was an immense amount of thick oil that was built on the inside of it. I wiped it down with a towel to get it all clean. Alright, the oil funnel that I'm using is called SEDY, S-E-D-Y oil funnel. You can find it on Amazon. I think it's about 40 bucks. Down the hatchback. Yes. R&P. So you said 3.6? 3.7. In this clip, we're pouring the used oil into a larger receptacle, which I then use to empty out and recycle at O'Reilly's. You can't say a whole lot from the oil appearance. I mean, it's used oil analysis that will tell you the whole story, but that's what it looks like. Oh my god. Dude, there's a tear in this hose. Yeah, right here. The issue that we found was a tear in the PCV hose. We ended up going to AutoZone to pick up a 3/8 inner diameter hose to replace it. However, that prompted us to check on the PCV valve itself, and here's what that looks like. So this is a very interesting design. Essentially, it's held on by a 10mm bolt, and you got to remove it and then pry out the PCV. Unfortunately, we weren't able to pry it all entirely. The yellow end ended up breaking off, so we had to get really creative with removing it. You guys would not believe all the different things I had to go through with my brother in order to remove this. But that's what the new unit looks like, and that's what the old one looks like. So we were picking at it, we were prying, we got our fingers cut, like it's not good. And ultimately what we had to do was remove the valve cover. Look at this. So mind you, this car had ran one interval of 15,000 miles. Okay, it's now in the fourth round of Valvoline Restore and Protect. So it was probably looking worse prior to this. But we took the valve cover off so that we had better leverage on the valve cover in order to remove the PCV. That's the opening in which it comes from, and oh my god. What you'll notice on the inside facing side of the valve cover, this white foam, this is like pre-sludge or something. Like, it has a very thick consistency. Look at that. And my guess is that prior to using Valvoline Restore and Protect, this was all sludge, and I think maybe this is a combination of like air and moisture getting in for sure, but maybe this is just part of the Restore and Protect working. All right, while I was messing around with the valve cover, my brother went to Walmart to pick up some parts cleaner, which we then used to clean the inside of the valve cover. Then we cleaned the mating surface of both the valve cover and the engine and then reinstalled it. It's interesting what a plot twist this was. I mean, what should have been like a 30-minute oil change became a 6-hour ordeal as we were trying to figure out like how to replace the PCV valve. All right, with that covered, let's jump to the oil filter. Okay, so I'm gonna try to take off the gasket here. So the gasket is good. Seems to be holding up just fine. Never been in a situation where that's been an issue with these filters. Oh, wow. Yeah, look at all that dirt at the bottom of the filter. Hope you guys can see that. All right, as I was going through the pleats in the live stream, I mean, there is deposits as expected with any oil filter that's been used. But when I look at these filter medias, I try to look for any sparkles and there wasn't any. Overall, it was a very interesting oil change. The plot twist with the whole valve cover removal was interesting. I think it, was a great learning experience so that if we do need to remove it again in the future, we're a little bit more comfortable with it. But, as I'm on this car maintenance journey, it's been full of surprises, but with each surprise, you learn something new. And so this was one of those learning moments. But hey, if you enjoy content like this, please consider subscribing. It really helps the channel. All right, bye now. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. On this channel, I'm on a mission to reach 500,000 miles on my 2021 F-150. Along the way, you can expect regular updates, in-depth product reviews, live streams, and more. Subscribe now to stay up to date and be part of the journey.